Hola, mi familia. Um, I just got home an hour, or what time is it? 5:15, 2 hours ago from Banner. And Banner's like, dude, 0.7 miles away from my house. So if I need to go to the ER, that's the place to go. I'm like, holy shit. It was fast. Like they were able to they took everything like super serious. They were amazing. They were amazing. And that's what I'm making this video about. Like I know you guys care a lot about when I go elsewhere for care. Like what, how did they treat you? You know, because how they treat us affects whether they get to maintain their ability to continue practicing. Not just them, but every civilian doctor in the United States. And they didn't treat me with poser care, okay? They didn't treat me with poser care. I went in there and the first person, like, you're like, it's crazy. You're just bouncing around, like vibe what happens. It was so much different than the VA or fucking Mayo or like any of the government doctors that I've spent 99.9% of my time with. And not just doctors, nurses, techs, everybody, from the phlebotomist like to everybody, just absolute care, absolute care, absolute care. There wasn't one person that didn't treat me with dignity and respect, and everybody had their own personalities, right? It wasn't fake. It wasn't fake. It was just, this is what they do there. This is what they do at Banner. Like, holy shit. I was half tempted to, like, I told my friend, I was like, dude, I've gone all over the world to hospitals, and this is probably the most dignity and love I've ever received. And you guys show me a lot, right? Like you guys show me a lot of dignity. So you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying. Shit's got me breathless. I don't want to go to sleep because like I did sleep at the hospital. I slept for like 3 or 4 or 5 hours. And when they came to wake me up, they were so gentle, and I scared the poor shit out of 2 women in a row. Like my whole team was women. My whole team, except for get this, the supervisor of all the doctors in the hospital at that time. The what do you call it? Kim used to say it all the time. The house soup. The house soup. Like I wasn't acting. I'm used to like having to see the house soup. I've never seen the house soup. I've never seen the house soup. Kim used to call like every place I was ever at, and he needs to see the house soup. He needs to see the house. Oh, it's making me sick. I just had to get a hold of Kim to let her know what was going on with my healthcare that I found out today, and I literally had to say, I hope you're still alive, but you need to go get checked out, like for real. I've had valley fever and STDs for the better part of the last 10 years, the active STDs and valley fever. Legit, what I thought was active bulimia was valley fever. Like I thought I was throwing up so much that I thought there's only one way that this could be happening. Like I'm binging when I sleep, and I just kind of assumed that's not what was happening. I was just throwing up a lot, like excess liquid. I would fill up a quarter of a kitchen trash bag with liquid. Just, and it just, I think the reason they caught it was, dude, fucking Avani, the fentanyl coming through the vents. Like, most people there have walking pneumonia. It's really common with the elder community. But I need to tell you something. I want to tell you this. This video is not going public at any point. I almost got. I Googled my symptoms, right, when the doctor started asking me my symptoms, and that's when the house soup came to see me. Like, all of a sudden, I noticed, like, you're a guy. My whole team, everybody has been women. Everybody. Like, where did you come from? And he's like, I'm the house soup. I'm like, oh, you're that guy. And he said, okay, so what have you Googled? This is what he says. What have you Googled? What are you afraid of? And I told him congestive heart failure. That's what I said. I Googled. You knew I said, you knew I Googled. I'm worried about congestive heart failure. And he said, thank you. I need to know where you're coming from. And then he starts checking me for congestive heart failure. He says, Shay, you don't have congestive heart failure. And he said, what you're dealing with is extreme panic attacks. Extreme panic attacks. Your pulse can get up to 160 to 180, and it was right at 170 in those times. And he explained that to me. And then immediately, like he left, and then boom, my doctor comes back. And I'm bawling. She's like, what's wrong, Shay? I said, none of this was mental health. I was really good, like really, really good. I was hurting. I was upset. I was sad. I was depressed. I was fearful, but not in that moment. When he told me I didn't have congestive heart failure, I was disappointed. That's what I was bawling about. I was really hoping, like, oh shit, is this the time that I get to die? Like, so I told her, I said, not suicidal, but I'm tired, girl. Like, I was hoping for congestive heart failure. So at that point, she knew her job was a lot harder, because generally you tell people they don't have congestive heart failure, anything after that is good news. Everything after that was bad news to me. So she goes on to explain, like, you don't have congestive heart failure, but you got valley fever, you got STDs. We got to check if, like, we got to do a pregnancy test. We started getting real fucking honest about what was going on. And the first person I saw there, and I saw probably about 35 different people, like, probably. But check it out. Everybody comes up to you in their own way and asks you what's going on. They're not asking you the same questions. They're just asking you. They're talking to you. Everybody, every one of these 35 people was just talking to me. Every one of them had a conversation with me. From spiritual to everything. Every one of them was engaged. Every one of them was absolutely 100% engaged. I even learned tonight that you don't put your purse on the ground, because it means that you're willing to throw away your money. Like, legit, look at my behavior. That's a valid point. Like, so I'm always putting my purse on the ground. So fuck that. I didn't put my purse on the ground one more time after she said that. I was like, oh. And she was Native American. I was looking at her like, you see me. And she's like, you see me and I see you. And you need to learn. So my joke for, like, a couple of the staff was, it wasn't really a joke. I had to do an STD test. A female STD test. I'd swab myself, and I tried to put it off. I was like, I'll just wait till I see my doctor, Dr. Flynn, and I was telling myself I was comfortable with that, but what that meant was I was not getting these fucking tests done. And they knew that, like, she's running from the pregnancy test and she's running from the STD test. Because I've been really active over the last couple months since March 1st. Since that eclipse a couple months ago. The eclipse happened and I started fucking everything. And I don't have like what's crazy? There's something strange that happens with sex now. Dude, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I black out. So I just kept trying to sleep with people, trying to remember. I don't even know who I slept with. Like, I don't remember any of their faces. What I do remember is the feeling when I woke up. The marks, the handprints that were on my body, like, so it's very obvious proof. They had to give me a dual antibiotic, and I never get penicillin because I'm allergic to it. And we talked about it at length, like what it's done to me when it happened, all that sort of my allergic reaction. And they gave me a fucking mean shot in the ass that hurt more than I have ever been shot by a gun. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Fucking hurts so bad. I was like, and I was expecting it to end. And I was like, oh my God, will you, and I'm like screaming. And the girls just start laughing. And it's like that type of place where the screen is, there's a screen between me and the guy that's dying next to me, who's a cop. I was in the cop room. I noticed one room in the whole hospital that was always surrounded by security and police. It was our room. It's right next to the nurse's station. We got the most attention. We didn't talk. Like, he was legit, like, had a gallstone the size of Texas. He was in some pain, man. Like, legit pain. And he was handling it. Like he was miserable, but he's like, fucking this, oh God. And they really took care of me there. I think if you're gonna work with any hospital as a VA as a whole, or as the Sage Clinic, or as the Acacia Clinic, I think it's safe to vibe with Banner. Thank you, Mi Familia. My amor for you is deep and strong. Mi amor. Gracias.